Unleash the drama. NASCAR's Pocono Raceway battle sparks controversy. Watch as the high-stakes race unfolds, with heart-pounding crashes and heated rivalries on the track. Emotions run wild as Austin Dillon's race takes a devastating turn, leading to a shocking display of frustration and anger. Fans draw parallels to a legendary past incident involving Tony Stewart, igniting a debate on sportsmanship and professionalism in motorsports. Witness this jaw-dropping moment when gloves and helmets hit the track, making a powerful statement about the intensity of NASCAR's competitive world. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now let's begin. The Pocono Raceway proved to be a tumultuous and action-packed event, marred by a series of on-track incidents that led to frequent cautions. As the drivers entered the race with only 5 races remaining in the regular season of the Cup Series, the stakes were high, and tensions were palpable among the competitors. Throughout the race, drivers were determined to seize every opportunity and gain valuable points to secure a spot in the postseason. However, the intensity of the competition resulted in numerous entanglements and collisions on the track, triggering caution flags time and again. Each incident brought its own element of drama and unpredictability, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. The twists and turns of the 2.5-mile triangle tracks at Pocono Raceway added to the complexity of the race, testing the skills and nerves of even the most experienced drivers. The race became a true spectacle of skill, bravery, and strategy as drivers navigated the challenges posed by the unique track layout while engaging in fierce battles for position. The on-track incidents not only impacted individual drivers' chances of success, but also influenced the overall dynamics of the race, leading to unexpected outcomes. The Pocono Raceway will be remembered for the adrenaline-fueled excitement it brought to fans and the grit displayed by the drivers, even in the face of challenging and sometimes perilous on-track incidents that brought out the caution flags repeatedly. Austin Dillon's race at Pocono Raceway took a devastating turn when it came to a premature end following a heart-wrenching incident at lap 106. The talented driver behind the wheel of the number 3 Chevrolet had showcased his skills throughout the race, racing competitively alongside the best in the Cup Series. His hopes for a strong finish were shattered when he found himself entangled in a collision with his former teammate, Tyler Reddick. Running 3 wide along with Brad Keselowski, Dillon's car was squeezed for space at turn 1, leaving him with nowhere to go but into the outside wall. The impact was severe, leaving his car battered and irreparable. Frustration and anger were evident as Dillon pointed the finger at Tyler Reddick, blaming him for the wreck. This incident not only robbed Dillon of a chance to secure valuable points for the postseason, but also reignited emotions of past rivalries and incidents on the racetrack. The disappointment and anger boiled over as Dillon threw his gloves and helmet on the track, expressing his deep frustration with the situation. The incident not only affected his race, but also brought into question the dynamics between the former teammates and added further drama to the already intense competition on the track. Overall, the incident at lap 106 was a significant setback for Austin Dillon, leaving him to contemplate what could have been and raising discussions about the role of aggressive driving and its consequences in the competitive world of NASCAR racing. Richard Childress, the influential figure behind Richard Childress Racing, or RCR, could not contain his anger and frustration after witnessing the incident involving Tyler Reddick and his grandson, Austin Dillon, at Pocono Raceway. In a moment of intense emotion, Childress expressed his feelings, referring to Reddick as a little prick for his actions on the track. Before we move further, we just want to let you guys know that we are building a strong NASCAR community where we give you every single update of the NASCAR industry. So if you want to be a part of this family, then do hit that subscribe button. Now let's get back to our topic. As the owner of the racing team that Austin Dillon represents, Richard Childress is deeply invested in the success and well-being of his drivers. The incident at lap 106, which prematurely ended Dillon's race and potentially harmed his chances in the season, undoubtedly struck a nerve with the seasoned racing veteran. Childress's harsh words for Tyler Reddick reflected the seriousness of the situation and the emotional toll it took on the team and himself. Such incidents not only impact individual drivers, but also have broader implications for the team's standings and reputation in the sport. While emotions can run high in the world of competitive racing, Richard Childress's outburst highlights the passion and dedication that fuel the sport. It also underscores the deep sense of responsibility that team owners feel towards their drivers, making it clear that incidents on the track are not taken lightly by those invested in the sport's success and integrity. Following the incident at Pocono Raceway involving Austin Dillon and Tyler Reddick, fans were quick to draw comparisons to a notorious past incident involving Tony Stewart. The comparison centered around the similarities in behavior exhibited by both drivers after their respective on-track altercations. Tony Stewart, a legendary figure in NASCAR, was involved in a highly publicized incident at Bristol Motor Speedway in the past. In that race, Stewart and Matt Kenseth were battling for the lead when their contact led to both of them wrecking. Stewart, infuriated by the incident, expressed his anger by throwing his helmet at Kenseth's car on the pit lane, a moment that became infamous in NASCAR history. Fans saw parallels between Tony Stewart's actions in the past and Austin Dillon's conduct at Pocono Raceway, where he threw his gloves and helmet on the track after being wrecked by Reddick. Critics argued that Dillon's behavior was reminiscent of Stewart's emotional outburst, and they were quick to express their disapproval of his actions. While NASCAR is a sport that thrives on passion and intense competition, fans emphasize the need for drivers to maintain composure and professionalism, even in moments of frustration. Drawing on Tony Stewart's past as a cautionary tale, fans urged Austin Dillon to handle future incidents with greater restraint and sportsmanship. The comparison between the two incidents sparked discussions about the expectations placed on drivers to exemplify good sportsmanship and respect for fellow competitors on and off the track. After the unfortunate incident that prematurely ended his race at Pocono Raceway, Austin Dillon's frustration and anger reached a boiling point. In an outward display of his emotions, the NASCAR driver threw his gloves and helmet onto the track. The act was a visceral reaction to the intense disappointment of being wrecked and losing the opportunity for a favorable finish. Throwing the gloves and helmet is a symbolic gesture in motorsports, signaling a driver's displeasure and pent-up emotions following a race-altering incident. It also serves as an expression of protest against the circumstances that led to the wreck. While emotions can run high in the competitive world of racing, drivers are expected to exercise restraint. Dillon's actions were seen by some as a sign of immaturity and a lack of respect for the sport. Others argued that he was simply expressing his frustration in a way that is common in motorsports. Regardless of the interpretation, Dillon's actions sparked a debate about the expectations placed on drivers and the appropriate way to handle disappointment. In the end, Dillon apologized for his actions and said that he learned from the experience. He vowed to be more professional in the future and to handle his emotions in a more mature way. The sport places a strong emphasis on sportsmanship and maintaining a level of decorum even in the face of intense competition and disappointment. NASCAR has strict guidelines and codes of conduct for drivers, and any behavior that is deemed unsportsmanlike or detrimental to the sport's reputation is subject to penalties. Dillon's emotional outburst on the track not only violated the spirit of good sportsmanship, but also caught the attention of race officials, fellow drivers, and fans. Depending on the severity of the incident and the impact it may have on the sport's image, NASCAR officials may choose to take disciplinary actions against Dillon. These penalties could range from fines and point deductions to potential suspensions or probation periods, all aimed at reminding drivers of their responsibilities as representatives of the sport. While emotions can run high in the competitive world of racing, drivers are expected to maintain their composure and handle disappointments with professionalism. The incident serves as a cautionary tale for drivers about the importance of managing emotions on and off the track, as their actions can have lasting consequences on their careers and the overall perception of the sport they love. And that's all for this video. Subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this.